Hey guys, welcome in. It's our Witchy Wednesday evening. So do me a favor, blow on the deck. We're just blowing away any past energy. We're knocking on the door to your spirit guides. And then let's get a shuffle in. So we mix up the energies and see what your spirit guides have to tell you. It may be from your higher power, whatever you believe in, God, source, energy. Ooh, and a half the deck drop. They're talking today, you guys. One card in particular, the Emperor, in the reverse though. So somebody's got a lack of discipline, or they're being pretty stubborn right now. Let's see what else we got. Okay. They're speaking right away. How are we doing? How have we been feeling? This energy in the world right now is going crazy. I don't know how to feel about it. I do know that there's way more people than there are law enforcement and politicians. So we got to start speaking up, standing up for our rights, and get ourselves out there because this is getting out of hand. That's all I'll say about that. What does my collective need to know on this beautiful Witchy Wednesday? What does the collective need to know? What does the collective need to know? Oh, that one. Okay, to start off with the past, we have the Three of Cups, but it is in reverse. We've had this energy come up for a few weeks now. So somebody's in isolation. They're either working on their independence, and that's why they need some alone time. They could potentially be overindulging, like heavy partying on all fronts, whatever that means to you, whatever your vices are. And it could also mean that there's some gossip or potentially three is a crowd. So that being said, luckily it's in our past placement. And then what do we have in our present placement? The Ace of Wands coming up. Okay, so something new is coming in. We like that. You've been inspired. You have this urge to create something. There's a new opportunity or a new beginning. And it almost seems like it's just being handed to you. But you've been pioneering this. Like, you've been leading towards this path of originality and really being ambitious towards whatever it is that you want to grow into. We love this energy. All right. Water and fire signs coming up here. All of them are relevant. And then in our future placement, the King of Wands in the upright. So you're a natural born leader. You're definitely a visionary, an entrepreneur. Like, you just see this big picture. And of course, that's, you're always going to be faced with some challenges, but you're overcoming them. You're mature. This energy is like you're just naturally focused on this career path, and you know how to handle every situation when it comes to you. All fire signs are relevant, but particularly Scorpio and Sag, because that's what this card is ruled by. And we've got this little iguana here, or a little, like a baby iguana or a gecko. So you've just like shape-shifted into this role, which is incredible. You've truly taken your seat on the throne. We like that. Look at this. Look at this energy. It's like this opportunity, this new path was granted to you, was given to you. And then now you're able to sit on the throne with that wand. It's your power source. It's your passion. It's your purpose. And it didn't matter if we had some gossiping in the past, if we, probably what it looks like to me right now, just pulling 3 cards, you had to isolate and work on this independence towards this. And, you were probably noticing that you were overindulging and you had to get away from that energy to step into this new career path of yours of responsible leadership and power. Okay, and then what's at hand for the whole situation? Okay, we've got the Nine of Cups. So a wish is definitely coming true. Like there's a lot of satisfaction around this situation. There's stability here. You're going to come into some money too. And you're very grateful about it. But you're still closed off. Like there's still a closed off energy here in the heart space because we have the masculine depicted. He's seated with his arms crossed. It's giving you're content with this hard work and diligence that you put in, and obviously your career or whatever financial ventures you're going through. And you are grateful for that, to live this life of luxury and satisfaction towards the success. But when it comes to your emotions and your heart space, you're still pretty closed off. It's like you worked on the stability of everything else, but not so much emotionally. You're getting there, though. We're definitely getting there. Why is still this closed off energy? It's like you're almost there because the Ten of Cups is like total happiness, and you've got the house, you've got the family, you've got the riches. But it's like right now you're just kind of closed off and you're content with the Nine Cups. You're like, I've got the money, I got the career, I'm fine. That's it. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let me switch off in between oracles and tarot cards. We've got our Cosmic Insight deck. It's a simple oracle deck, but I find that it does give me some clear answers of what's going on. Okay, what's going on? Let's clarify this Three of Cups in reverse. Why was the Three of Cups in reverse in the recent past for my collective? Oh, this one threw out at me. Intimacy. You guys. All right. Well, obviously, you were engaging in some intimacy with a particular person in your recent past. That was, there was a lot of chemistry, sexual chemistry, physical chemistry. You were reminiscing on all of that. And potentially that ended because 3 was a crowd. There was obviously some kind of third-party interference with that. Now, it doesn't have to mean anybody cheated, but it could mean that work and finances came in between the relationship. A friend who had a particular opinion came into the relationship, or a family member with their opinions came in between. So all I know is that that led to some isolation, you recognizing that you're potentially overindulging in this sexual chemistry, and there was a lot of third-party opinions. So that led you to stepping away and just focusing on this new project and growth opportunities towards really just getting your life in order, like finding your true passion, your true purpose, and being very career focused instead of focusing on intimacy, which is exactly what I just said with this masculine's arms crossed over the Nine of Cups. So yeah, and at the bottom of the deck, so what you didn't see, there was definitely an addiction that somebody was dealing with. Now, this could be you, or it could be the person, your significant other, who's on your mind. I always say roles can definitely be reversed here. So somebody had challenges with unhealthy habits and financial struggles. So that could be any addiction, drugs, sex, just over partying or misusing their finances, maybe gambling, or just not being structured with their spending. But that definitely could have been what came in between this intimacy. But obviously we're still thinking about it. There's still reminiscing energy here. Okay, let's keep going. Clarifying over the Ace of Wands. Oh, so this new opportunity, a new beginning. is not only in money and career, but it's also in a date night. So it says, get ready to be wined and dined, or maybe you're going to be doing the wining and dining for somebody else. Very interesting. And it was 10:10 on the clock when I said that. So, wow, 1 and 1. This could be the one. Interesting. So yeah, you've got new projects that you're inspired about, but you've also got this new potential beginning with a date night. Let's see. And clarifying over the King of Wands. Oh, okay. Let's see how this plays. So we've got the health card coming up, and it's just telling you to be mindful of your health all around, right? Mentally, physically, emotionally. So yeah, on the negative side of the spectrum, some health issue could arise, but to be coming up to clarify over the King of Wands, which is like you're stepping into this entrepreneurship, you're very focused on your career, you're maturing into this energy, you're seeing the bigger picture, and you're overcoming these challenges. You may be emphasizing too much energy on the career and this financial gain in comparison to really focusing on your health. So, just a clear warning from the universe, your spirit guides, your higher self, that health is your number important wealth. Period. Health is wealth. So go to the yoga class, take your vitamins, get some good sleep. Whatever it means to you to get out and get some sun and ground, be barefoot on the earth, like definitely prioritize your health as well as this financial gain or whatever it is that you're trying to find success in. So health is important. Do not ignore that, because if you do ignore it, something could arise, because that is in the future placement. So just be mindful. And then to clarify over the 9 of Cups for the entire situation. Communication is necessary. You're meant to communicate and compromise with someone. You're meant to work it out and forgive them. You see? So remember I said that there's a wish coming true here, and you will find this emotional stability as well as this life of luxury and satisfaction with all of the success coming in. But the true gratitude and this true 9 of Cups leading to the 10 of Cups is you communicating with somebody and forgiving them, working it out. So remember how I said that in the past, whoever it was that you were being intimate with and reminiscing on that, and potentially there was a third party or there was a lot of gossip and opinions, and then you decided to walk away from that and focus on your career path. Something right now, like in the here and the now, is telling you to reach out and compromise, communicate, forgive, and work it out. And obviously that's right above the date night card. So this is the person that you're meant to go on a date with. I don't think it's somebody new. I think it's the person who you're meant to communicate with. And it's going to lead into a new potential beginning, new growth, if you guys can work that out. Okay, well, we love that energy. Let's do another tarot deck. I always like to go back and forth, Oracle Tarot, and then try to just get a bigger picture on everything. So to clarify over this intimacy that was in the past and this reminiscing on it, what happened with this relationship? What happened? What happened? Because the Three of Cups in the upright was like celebration and, forgiving each other. It could be reconciliation, but it was in the It was in the reverse. So that's telling me, my cats are being funny. It was telling me that even though, something happened in the past and we weren't really willing to compromise or forgive or work it out in the past, or else those 3 of Cups would have been in the upright. Okay, it's this one. Over the intimacy. The World. Wow. Completion. You're meant to close that cycle. You're definitely meant to close that cycle of isolation, of gossip, of like caring about what other people think, or forgiving somebody if, a third party situation was involved there. The World is all about completion and stepping into this new, like a new world, a whole new world. It's coming to mind. There's an achievement here. There is. You guys had to go through this through multiple lessons and closing out those old cycles and realizing that it needed to happen. I know it's always funny. Like the good and the bad, right? Whenever the bad happens, we don't like it. It's not a fun, enjoyable situation, but you needed the dark things to happen so you could appreciate and see the light and notice it when it comes around. So it came around full circle, and you're presented here with the World card. So there's something to be achieved. There's this new opportunity as soon as those old cycles are closed out. Maybe even travel. The World card could be travel. 3, and it's another 3 card over the 3. So yeah, there's definitely meant to be some new energy here. 3s are beautiful. It's all about creativity and heart and potential reconciliation. So let's see what we got going on. Over this date night, we've got the Devil. So the obsession and the addiction is still here, you guys. Remember how I said with the intimacy card coming up that there could have been some sexual chemistry and overindulging with the 3 of Cups in reverse. So this is just a reminder, do not let things go towards the excess again. It doesn't have to lead in towards toxicity or codependency. It can, it could be healthy. This, whoever you're going on the date with is obviously, you guys have a very strong sexual attraction towards one another and physical attraction. Look at this Devil card here, and it's a 6, the number 6, which is the number of love. And the supposed to be devil depicted on the card is holding on to this locket of heart. So yeah, I don't always look, you have to look at all of the cards surrounding the cards. It's not just the single card meaning when I'm looking at everything. I'm not intuitively picking up on that there's very toxic negative energy, but it's just a reminder not to lean into that. When this new potential beginning comes with this date night, the person you're meant to forgive things for, just don't lean back into codependency. Don't lean back in towards addictions, whatever that may be. The Devil always does speak of some strong sexual connections. So, it's just that's the kind of hot and spicy, fiery energy that's coming up over the date night card, which the Ace of Wands is a fire card too. So there's a lot of passion here. That's all I'm saying. And over the health and the future placement, the High Priestess. The High Priestess over the King of Wands and the health. There's hidden knowledge here. Like your intuition knows that, like it just sees the bigger picture. The High Priestess sees this bigger picture. It's a very mysterious energy, but it's this knowing. It's this internal knowing. And it's the number 2. 2 is of union, of coming together. So just be mindful to balance everything, to balance your career, to balance your health, to balance this obvious love or lusty energy coming through. High Priestess could also signify some fertility. It doesn't have to mean physical fertility, ladies, but it does mean that you're just being prosperous with health and wealth and new incoming abundance in all forms, in all. My cats are so funny. What are you doing, sir? What are you doing? But it's a gorgeous card. Check it out. You notice how she's holding the moon there, and let's see if it focuses. The moon is like placed over her womb area, so that's why I mentioned the fertile energy coming about. Just be mindful because that again is in the future placement. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune is on the bottom. This is faded. There's definitely a positive change coming through that you don't see just yet. But remember, it's all about cycles and changes, especially with the World card and the Wheel of Fortune coming up. This is fate for you to step into 2121 on the clock when I said that. So 3 and 3. There's definitely energy of a reconciliation coming through that's faded that you don't see happening. And over this communication, the Six of Swords. There's distance ahead, but it means moving forward and leaving something behind. I really feel like it's these cycles. You have to close out some kind of cycle. You have to leave that old mindset behind in order to move forward. Distance ahead with Six of Swords is always about mental clarity. So you're gaining some kind of mental clarity. You may be traveling ahead in the future towards this wish coming true. Distance ahead to clarify over the forgiveness and working out. One person may not want to compromise just yet. I do pick up on an energy where somebody may not be willing to forgive just yet. And they're leaving that behind, that situation, and they are potentially moving forward. There is a distance in front of them, though. Okay. Interesting, guys. I'm going to pull 2 more decks in a part 2, and then we'll see what's going on. I'll add tea. Maybe I'll do that in a part 3. Well, no. Who knows? We'll see how long the second reading goes. Okay. So tune in. My name's Kat. This is my channel, Pure Premonitions, where we make more magic here. I'm picking up on some good but heavy energy. So I want to go a little bit more in depth, but you guys, your attention span only lasts 20-something minutes. So I got to do a part 2. All right. Love you. Bye.